Nerd out on the Star Wars.
Yeah, it's a big one. It's serious. Welcome to another episode of Nerd Out. This weekend because we're doing it early. Because I don't want to screw up the Game of Thrones stuff tomorrow, but we'll get into that.
Big news.
Oh, that was something I wanted to do, but we'll get that. So, big news, Star Wars Celebration. First things first, Episode 9 trailer.
Yeah, it blew me away, man. I don't know about you guys. Hopefully you've seen it. If you haven't, spoilers ahead.
Spoilers.
For 2 minutes.
Yeah, or speculative spoilers.
I found myself angry in it.
Okay.
But before I watched it all the way through, I'm like, quit showing a goddamn desert like every other trailer. It's like, I was pissed that they wasted 30 seconds on one long thing.
It was a long shot.
I'm like, show me more!
Yes.
Because you know you only have 2 minutes, but that was really cool what she did.
Okay, yeah, so we'll start, we'll try to set it up again. If you haven't seen it, you know, where are you? They showed the trailer, and it does start out with Rey on the desert planet, and it pans on her for a long time, right? And then you have Luke talking, and he's talking about training her.
They said, we've taught you everything we know. 1,000 generations now live in you,
and we're gonna speculate the shit out of this. We don't know anything.
Oh God, yeah.
So
and
okay.
This is now your foot.
Yeah. So does that mean that they? This movie we know takes place at least a year out.
Yes.
Did the spirit of Luke or spirit of all these guys train her, or did she read the books?
I think they trained her because, like they even said the books were sort of useless in Part 8.
Yeah, but
they said they were a dry read. Yoda said they were a dry.
Yeah.
He didn't say useless. That's the wrong.
We can all sort of agree that they're gonna probably retcon at least 70% of.
Yes.
Yeah, and again.
Wait, I don't even know. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, no. What to retcon?
I don't even know if it counts as a retcon. Okay, is Return of the Jedi a retcon of Empire Strikes Back or A New Hope? What, like with Vader being Vader killed your father?
No, I think that was a legitimate progression. I think
but they can pull that off in this.
I think it's more of a comparison to Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, and Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Like, I think Revenge of the Sith was a good movie.
Me too.
And it stood on its own, but it also took pieces from The Phantom Menace, but there really was nothing to give from Attack of the Clones. I didn't like Attack of the Clones.
What?
There was nothing to take from Attack of the Clones. Attack of the Clones was not a very...
Yeah, all it was about the clones. Like, seriously, it was just showed what the Clone Wars was.
So essentially 20 minutes of that movie, and I think The Last Jedi is the same thing. I think you could take a couple pieces from it, and we'll talk about what can be filler. And nothing really happened in Last Jedi. There's a few things that happen. So then we see the TIE fighter, the TIE interceptor, and it's coming after Rey. She does this ninja ass move, and they don't show who's in that.
She did an Obi-Wan.
She did
slash move, and Obi-Wan.
Oh, dude, Obi-Wan didn't do that shit. That was
did in Episode 2.
That was like Yoda jumping around.
Yeah,
shit.
it was. But remember when Obi-Wan crashed his ship and Grievous' ship? Yeah, young Obi-Wan jumped out of the fighter. They pulled that shit all the time in the prequels, and I sort of loved that.
I thought it was cool. People like I did read people were like, oh, Matrix shit. I'm like, all right.
Bullshit. No, that's Anakin stuff.
We're 20 years off from the Matrix. Like the Matrix made its mark. It did what it did, and it changed action in films. Like, let's respect that and move on now, right?
And I don't think that slow motion would really be in the movie.
Even if it would, did it bother you?
Not really.
No.
But I just don't think they do it like that. I think it was to not punctuate but show emotion in the trailer or intensity.
Of course.
It worked for a music video. It was sweet. I don't think they would do that in the real film though.
Even if they did, that's fine. Like, I don't mind a slow-mo shot. Like, you know, give me Reservoir Dogs and them all walking slowly, and that's badass. Like, I'm okay with that. Do you think that's Kylo Ren in that?
Absolutely not.
Okay, why?
Just a hunch. Because I think
it was a misdirection?
Yeah, I think it's Kerry Russell, her character.
Ooh, they didn't look like they look like man hands though, but they could be.
I don't know. I mean, it looked like I don't know if those shots matched up. I don't know if when it showed the hands, if that was inside that ship.
See, I want to jump all over the place because I mean, in order to talk about this trailer, we kind of have to be spastic. I think it's a Knight of Ren. And I think it's
I think it's a Knight of Ren.
I don't. I think it's Matt Smith's Knight of Ren, and the only reason why is because they've been keeping Matt Smith's whole character a secret.
Yeah.
And also, again, I'm gonna jump. Kylo Ren slams the guy to the ground.
Yeah.
And it looks like a Knight of Ren.
Well, it looks like he's got a lightsaber in his hand too.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Like a different one. Dude, I did pausing.
I looked really close. I can't say 100% it's a lightsaber, but it was some type of. It wasn't a gun. It was some type of weapon or something that wasn't a gun.
I was sick. I watched it like 30 times in like maybe
too.
Maybe more. I'm just like maybe I'm underestimating.
I don't know what the math equals out to, but for 2 hours, that's all I watched.
I
mean it. I watched it.
We texted back and forth these theories, and that's like that's fun.
That's what it's supposed to do.
That's what it's supposed
That's what it's supposed to do, and it I mean,
before we keep going, and we probably will shit on Last Jedi some here. Let's all remember when we saw the Last Jedi trailer, though, and how excited everyone was, and how we said this was going to be the next Empire Strikes Back. I do want to bring that to people's. I'm not trying to like lower the excitement, because you should be excited.
But that movie, even the trailer, I went back and watched it.
I didn't.
I went back and watched it, and I remember how I felt. That trailer.
I was into
it.
Boy,
everybody. Me too. Everybody's gonna die. This movie's gonna be dark. It's gonna be terrible, and not like I'm not gonna like it, but it made me feel grim.
Yeah.
This trailer makes me feel like there's hope in it.
There is, but I mean that's what it is.
It was a tearjerker, almost, and
Absolutely.
But
it's the end of the saga.
I don't like the name.
All right, that's what I want to talk about.
That.
So I don't like the name either. It's Rise of Skywalker.
But I like where it's going. It implies that they're going to do something sweet, and I think they just had to come up with something, and they all sound bad out of context.
I'm very serious about my theory of this, and I'm really like pushing it. I'm almost pushing this one as much as my Return of the King spirit battle. I think Skywalker is no longer a representation of a last name, but what it becomes is the future of what the Jedi become. So, like, the last movie, Luke was the last Jedi.
Yeah, now it's the last
Skywalker. Now the
Skywalker.
future of a Jedi, the next level, is a Skywalker. Does that make sense? So a Padawan, a Jedi. Now the future of it is Skywalker.
I don't think there are I don't think there are going to be Padawans or like that anymore. Right. Because it's like the one when you look at it. Luke Skywalker was everything that the prequel Jedis told you not to be. He was emotional. He had attachment. He had all this stuff. He went back for his friends, but it worked in his favor.
Right.
Luke could balance both.
Right.
He could balance emotion and the power of the Force. And I think that's sort of like... And when he stopped is when his downfall was.
Right.
He gave up on his feelings, gave up, and that's what put him on the...
Right. Okay.
So I think you're right.
Yeah,
I don't know if it'll work out. I think that's will be the rub of it.
Right.
I don't know if they're going to say... If they'll actually refer to Force users as Skywalker. But
as
I think...
Skywalker? Like, I'm a Skywalker. Like, that's what I think it is. I think it's the evolution of Jedi.
I think that'll be the rub of it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think in future movies they'll refer to Force users as a Skywalker.
I think they will. I think as they do prequel type stories, those will be referred to as Jedi. But going forward in Rian Johnson's trilogy, if he's still doing that, they'll be known as you're a Skywalker. But I could be, again, this is just my batshit crazy speculation. It just sounds right to me.
Yeah, it works. It totally works.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And I would like to say, I still don't think that Rey is part of the Skywalker family.
Me neither.
But you don't think they're gonna retcon that?
I think they're gonna retcon her being a nobody.
You do.
I think she's gonna be somebody.
But
significance. I think her parents will have some type of significance.
You do?
Yes.
I kind of like the fact that she has no significance, because it shows that the future of a Jedi or Skywalker can be anybody.
It still can be anybody. It's not going to change that. She doesn't have to be related to anybody.
You just think that for the fan service, they're going to do that?
Dude,
fan service is a big deal. Like, they... you didn't watch the panel yet, did you?
Yes, I did.
Oh, you did?
I enjoyed it. I thought it was very good.
Right. So they literally said that, like, hey... Like, we are listening to the fans. We are doing a total fan service.
They said we're gonna get the proper ending that it deserves, which was like, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they acknowledged that a lot of people had issue with Last Jedi, for better for worse. But I guess what I've learned lately is that there's a lot of people that like Last Jedi.
There are a lot of people. And you forget that it got a 91%.
Well, that doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter,
though. Critics. Critics don't count.
But why do they not count? Like, do they not have any sort of like do you not give them any respect for being understanding film and like stories? And you think I mean, I could understand if you felt that these critics were paid off
No, I don't feel that.
Right, I don't feel that either.
I just don't trust critics. Like not for Star Wars, not for stuff that I like, because I don't
always agree with them, but
I never do. And the things that a critic would like about a movie aren't the things that like make Star Wars good to me. I mean, if you critically watched, say, Episode 4, you could come up with a lot of stuff.
You could, you know? I get it, but like, do you think? I don't even think these critics are completely objective anymore.
I don't think so either.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't think so either.
I'm not an objective film goer. Like, I like certain things because they fit what I want to like.
I pay attention to the audience score. That's what I care about, is audience scores, because that's honest. There's nothing...
but I mean, the audience score is much grander. So it's like, if you take 1 million people and 50,000 people are passionately hateful towards it, that speaks a lot of volume. Now, with that said, Last Jedi I did not like. Yep. I didn't like it. Like, I didn't think it was a good movie. But with that said, like, I don't know that audience scores I trust, because audiences love Suicide Squad, and I thought that was a terrible movie. Objectively, it was a bad movie.
I didn't like it either.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't... It's just... I know me, what I tend to think usually falls in line with audience scores. For better, for worse, I usually, like, that's how I feel. For the most part. I mean, it's all back and forth, but, like everybody that praised that show is wonderful, it's great. If you look at it as its own movie, sure, but in the context of fitting in between other movies, it didn't work. You know? I didn't think it was a good movie. I thought it looked good and it was well filmed. I just didn't enjoy the story. Your kids liked it, right?
They didn't. They were ambivalent about it. Like, they liked it, but they didn't. They loved the porgs were cute, but like they didn't understand the characters and the story and like where they were going. Like, they're young kids. I didn't think it was a good story. I didn't like where the characters were going. But
I'm with you, man.
But does this movie show that the Last Jedi can become a better film?
I don't know.
I don't either.
It might make it more palatable a little. I don't know. It depends if they retcon it or just disregard or whatever. But either way, this one looks like a follow-up to Episode 7. It looks like they're just doing what they have to do to acknowledge 8 as little as they can.
They can throw in some stuff from Last Jedi. Like, I liked when Snoke died, and I think Snoke, I know we disagree, I think Snoke could easily have been a vessel for the Emperor, which is the grand reveal.
I mean...
The grand reveal of this trailer is that the Emperor is the ultimate evil, which is perfect. That has to be that makes sense. No, I mean,
maybe they can be cheesing with us. They can be like tickling us. You don't know. I mean, what if it's just a hologram? What if it's what if they go into that crashed up Death Star and find a hologram of the Emperor talking like, say, "This is my ultimate plan." They could pull something like that.
They could, but why would they? Because the Emperor's...
I don't know.
The Emperor... And I'm just asking. Yeah. I'm not arguing with you. I mean, I'm just saying, the Emperor established himself in Episode... Whether you like the prequels or not, we can all agree that Ian McDiarmid was the best part, other than... I like Obi-Wan, too. But he was awesome. Like, he was awesome. I
sort of love the prequels now.
Right.
I was very critical of them at first. But the new trilogy has really made me appreciate them more.
My favorite part of the entire prequels was the speech where Ian McDiarmid goes, "Do you ever heard the story of Darth Plagueis?" Yeah, that was like good acting.
That was the best part, and it's because he was sick. That's how he got his voice to do that. Yeah, it was in the con. He talked about it. Like, I was so sick.
I mean, he's a good actor.
I can't do it. I wish I could.
I can't either. Yeah. But I think the Emperor will reveal itself as the ultimate evil. I think Kylo Ren...
What if the Emperor had to get involved to defeat the main bad guy? Because the rumor is...
Okay.
In the second act, they will introduce a third villain, which trumps everybody, which I believe becomes everybody's enemy. Rey, Kylo... I don't know. That is like... It's more than a rumor.
Do you buy into an introduction of the ultimate evil when we already have the ultimate evil already in place? Like, the Emperor has already established himself through 6 films.
Well, I think maybe M.U.S.C.L.E. will be answering to the Emperor. Like, I think he's been in the unknown part. I don't know. I mean, I can't comment.
Again,
they're going to do crazy, batshit crazy.
All we can do is theorize.
Yeah.
My theory is that Kylo Ren goes to the good side to defeat the Emperor, Matt Smith and the Knights of Ren. The Knights of Ren is the Emperor's soldiers. Yep. Kylo Ren is the sacrifice in this movie after becoming good.
Or
because someone has to sacrifice themselves. And
maybe he doesn't turn good, but maybe he just loves Rey and protects her. I mean, like I could see something like that. Like, he dies, but never really gives up the dark side or anything. It's just, his love for Rey is stronger than his evil is for Will. His will is for evil. But maybe it trumps that, but he never really, like, breaks good. You know?
I think he established himself in both episode 7 and 8 as not being evil, but being conflicted.
Yeah.
So, it makes it so easy and obvious. Which is good. Easy and obvious is okay sometimes. Again, another issue I had with Last Jedi is they tried to divert or to take left turns on the easy and obvious, and sometimes the easy and obvious is the best answer. There's nothing wrong with that.
What I didn't like it, I didn't really care for his vulnerability in episode 8.
I liked it.
You liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't like Snoke's arrogance. Like, and
oh, really?
Like, just because he seemed like he reminded me of my mom's fourth husband, to be honest.
Okay.
Like wearing the gold robes and all, like,
I love that.
I wanted him to be wise. I mean, the stuff he was capable of doing physically with the Force, I mean, throwing hooks around from, like, across the galaxy or where, I mean, and then he's like Kylo just pulls that on him, which
his arrogance was his weakness, though, right?
I agree, but I guess I don't know. It's just something in the execution didn't feel right to me, but I liked it. I liked how Kylo outsmarted him, but something just like the way he talked in it, like I blinked your mind.
Yeah, right.
Like James Bond villain bad guy type.
I kind of like that. See, I think I also wondered, was Andy Serkis sort of imitating an Emperor Palpatine voice, or is it just me trying to fit that in now?
He wasn't squeaky. His voice was too low.
Too low? Right, that's true. It was low. I do think that Snoke was a vessel of some sort, but again, it's all speculation.
And also, if Darth Maul can get cut in half, fall down a pit, right, and then show up in Solo, a Star Wars story.
Yeah.
Well, like,
this is Star Wars. You can do anything.
Yeah, I mean,
like, this is not
Snoke got cut in half and just fell off his chair.
That's right.
So we don't know what happened.
That's right.
I mean, like, now, granted, do I think he's dead yet? I don't think we're going to see Snoke with, like, robot legs.
No,
and if we do, that would sort of be like, nah.
That would be a bad retcon. I also think, based on the panel, that Captain Phasma is legitimately dead, which I think is okay because I think they couldn't make her work. They fucked up. They fucked up twice. Let her be dead, right?
Yeah, I mean, if anything, this is gonna piss you off more about 8 because just of like, why she was could have been such a cool character.
It was a missed opportunity,
and she just turned into like another Boba Fett.
That's right. That's right. But that's okay. I think that if you're gonna not retcon something, that's something you need to retcon.
I don't care either way. They can come up with another cool looking guy in armor.
There was other things to notice. I think
why waste that actress?
It was a waste.
Like, she's such a good actress, and she's a good character.
Captain Phasma looked awesome.
In all the background of her armor, they came up with it. Like, it was a Nubian spaceship or a Naboo. It was made out of Palpatine's like personal Naboo ship.
Oh, really?
Her
armor. That's pretty awesome.
It came out with all this cool backstory.
Yeah, that was a wasted opportunity. Wasted opportunity.
Yeah.
I don't think Kylo Ren is the one rebuilding his helmet, nor do I think he's going to wear it in this movie. And you said
it's proven it's not him. If you watch it, you can tell the dude doing it is like has beast hands. He's got like fur like out to here.
I need to pause that and watch that again.
Yeah, if you get up close, you can see it.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna wear the helmet. I think I kind of think that Matt Smith's character is gonna take that role. But
Kylo's gonna wear a helmet.
You do think so?
It showed him wearing a helmet when he took that dude out.
He was?
Was he?
I don't think so. You might be right though.
I can watch it 100 times and I don't know.
I know.
Can I check really quick?
Yeah, go for it. I think Poe looks great. He looks super studly in his
which he is. That's what he does.
I hope he has purpose in this movie. I didn't like him, and my expectation is that his role in this trilogy is to go from the cocky pilot to being a general. I mean, that seems good. But what's Finn's role? I don't understand. I love Finn, but like his is going from a stormtrooper, which we saw, into becoming. I don't know. He's not a Jedi, right?
Well, okay. I had a theory about that.
Okay.
What?
All right,
yeah, you're right. He's not wearing a helmet.
Okay.
But I had a theory that, like, what if like one of Rey's gifts is she's almost able to put people in touch with the Force that wouldn't usually be able to do it on their own.
Like she can transfer.
Like power them up or something.
Right.
Like, not transfer, but that's like it's sort of like, I mean, it would sort of, I don't know, what if
she could transfer, but like what would
contagious?
Okay, but what's Finn's story though? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's his ultimate? Where does he go after, like, he battled Phasma, who was his like the thing that was keeping him in the feeling weak and whatnot, and so where does he go?
End the New Order, because his thing
That's
is
right, okay.
He doesn't want any kids to be taken away from their families again. He
Okay,
wants to put
that's good. I like
something
that.
like that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
right.
Like, he hates the First Order. He's terrified of it. And in this movie, he has allies that he finally feels have a chance of taking it down.
Okay.
So he's out to defeat it.
Yeah.
He knows they're evil and he hates it. They wrecked his life. Or actually, not wrecked his life, but took him from his family.
It's like his redemption.
Yeah.
The cute little robot seems like every movie they have to add a new robot. But that's fine. Like, I don't have a problem.
It did nothing for me.
It didn't do anything for me.
Like,
they sort of alluded to the fact that, I can't remember the actress's name, but in the panel, that she's going to be Lando Calrissian's daughter.
Who?
The other girl, the black girl, in the panel, they alluded that she's, which is fine, but like, this was my issue with the theories about Finn being Lando's son.
Was that a real theory?
Yeah, it was a theory. It's like, look,
I was just saying to be funny.
Just because. Oh, really? Oh,
I never really believed it. Yeah,
it's a big galaxy, but I mean, we'll see how that works.
The 3 black people.
Yeah,
like they related.
That seems a little bit ridiculous.
Yeah, I was joking when I said it.
Lando definitely seems like fan service in this movie, which is fine. That's okay. Yep. I like some fan service, as long as it isn't like, hey, look at me, fan service. Like, I want it to have some sort of purpose in the movie. But
I'm sure he will. I mean, he was a general, you know? And I mean, he was just sitting it out till he was needed. Who knows where they're going to pick him up from? Is it going to show, like, I wonder what his entrance into it will be.
That's a good point. Yeah.
And I think he's going to die.
I think you might be right. With the Falcon. I think it's all with Chewie. You think Chewie will be?
I think they're both. I hope not.
I hope I can see. I'm okay with Lando dying. I'm okay with the Falcon dying. I don't know if I'm okay
Falcon's
with Chewie.
Tough for me.
Yeah.
The Falcon is like, but I could say bye to it in Episode 9. Like, I think I would be pretty happy if this movie's good enough to exit everybody out. I could live with it, and in some ways, I almost want them to, so they can just start sort of do what they want to do, just do something new, and I don't have to go in there and try and compare it to something like or attach it to something that I'm emotionally attached to. Right. I would love to just be able to go see a Star Wars movie.
And it's like space battles and not tie
and not give a shit. Just and like if I do give a shit, it's because it's an awesome movie and it got me into it, not because I'm trying to feel nostalgic for it or tie it into something that was made 40 years ago.
That's great. I'm with you, and I think that's what they ultimately have to do.
I think they're going to do it. I think we're going to see droids get wasted, Falcon get wasted.
R2-D2 was really, really absent from this.
Yes,
Rose was absent. Mm-hmm. I actually think that they could do something cool with Rose. I know that there's a lot of like mixed views for her, and I think that she was. I didn't find her awful. I just don't think it was written well.
She had too much screen time for a character that just like, okay, that's not that interesting. Right. It wasn't her fault.
No,
she acted it great.
And I thought that
fine, even believable.
Yeah.
It's just,
I thought that at the end she should have sacrificed herself for Finn, and I think that would have given her character more purpose.
I thought Finn was going to go out.
I did too.
I was like, I remember being at the theater, I'm like, oh God.
Well, that's what they did, is like they made all these moments where you thought these things were going to happen, and then they just like, they seemed like natural ways to go.
And then they stacked them on top of each other, and it was like a constant frustrating.
Yeah, it was like constantly like, oh Jesus, you know, you're making me go here and then here. I think Luke is also not going to be in this movie as much as I thought he was, and that really hurts me.
Okay, I think he's going to be in it more than...
Really?
I think he's going to have a lot of time in it. I do.
I still think they're going to do the Return of the King ending, where all the spirit ghosts have to go in and destroy the Emperor. It's going to be like...
I think you are going to see Luke Jedi Knight tear some ass. in some flashbacks. I think you're gonna get to see. I think we will get to see Luke in his prime.
You think so, really?
I do. I mean, I think it's what everybody wanted to see so much.
I know.
And we never got to see it. I think we'll get a taste of it. I do.
I still think he's going to be a glowing blue spirit.
I think you'll get that too.
Yeah.
I think you're going to get both.
I really would like, I have nothing against glowing blue spirits, but I really do want to see, like, Luke in real form. Like, I think one of the biggest, like, blue balls was, like, in Last Jedi, he looked so badass when he was fighting Kylo, and then it wasn't real. And I don't know why that affected me. Like, why that should change my opinion on it.
Like,
but it did.
I think what we're going to see, I think this movie is going to open up with the Battle of Jakku.
Oh, you think it's going to be a battle?
I think we're going to see the Battle of Jakku. And, like, I think that's how it's going to open up. In a not a flashback, but, like, a flashback.
This is what is great about Star Wars, is how passionate, whether this movie is good or not, I've had a lot of fun debating and talking about it. Yeah. And, of course, I hope the movie is good. But for better or worse, like, I've been having a lot of fun analyzing this minute and a half, I don't know, what is it, clip.
I think it's 2 minutes, exactly.
I want more. Like, I wanted more, and, like, that was my disappointment at the end of it, is that I just needed a little bit more. Like, it needed a little bit more taste.
I think that's what they were going for.
Oh, they did.
Yeah,
they did.
They got us, man.
And then it got trumped. The trailer got trumped by a reveal of something that probably got me more excited than the trailer, which is remarkable that anything could get me more excited.
Uncle Palpy?
No. What? The reveal of the 3 3/4 inch Star Wars Luke Skywalker Jedi Knight 3-pack. Now, first and foremost, I want to say they revealed a picture of a 3-pack. It includes a new Luke Jedi Knight, which everyone knows is that's my idol. Luke Stormtrooper looks great, and the Luke X-Wing. It's going to be a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. It's also going to be, like, also show exclusive. If anyone is going to Comic-Con, I beg you to contact me so we can make arrangements to get this, because I'm going to get 10 of this, and it's for the Luke Jedi Knight.
How many will you open?
I will open...
At least 3?
6 of 10.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm in it.
Why 6?
All right, here's why. All right. So, first of all, I'm so excited because based on the pictures... This Luke Jedi Knight, 3 3/4 inch is my scale. You can give me a nice 6-inch Luke. You can give me a 12-inch Luke. Whatever. 3 3/4 inch. This is it. This is the scale. So I need to have. I'm going nuts here.
Go.
I need to have my showcase one.
Yep.
My carded. I hope they release it carded too. That would be.
But that's not opening one.
No, right. Okay. Showcase one.
Yep.
Couch one.
Yep.
Downstairs couch one.
2 couch.
My Luke Jedi Knight display one. That's 4. My backup in case something happens to my showcase one. That's 5.
Is that an open one?
Yes.
Okay.
Because once it's in the box for, like, let's say it's 2 years, it's going to be hard to open. So I have to have a backup ready to be open.
Okay.
And then one for a new Luke Skywalker display that I'm going to make with the old Luke Skywalker Jedi Knight. Because it is truly, based on these pictures... It is the perfect Luke Jedi Knight, except for one thing. 2 things. And it's yet to be seen. I hope it comes with a Gamorrean Guard blaster, but I don't think it does based on the pictures.
All right.
I think... Oh, 3 things, sorry.
And what about the glove?
The glove. Yeah. It's not screen accurate for him to wear a glove with the cloak, but the toy had it, and I would love for them to do an option.
Would you ever customize one?
That's a 7th one I open. I'm going to customize.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty easy
It's an easy one, yeah. Because I can give him a Gamorrean Guard gun, but I'm a purist, so I have to have the one on display. Has to be like what it comes with. And one other thing is I've seen the package picture, and I saw a loose picture. And the loose picture one, the cloak looks fine. But the package one looks like it's a little short.
It's probably scrunched.
I hope so.
Yeah.
But those are my only nits. I saw
that thing looks sweet. Dude, that does look sweet.
That's it. That would be my toy of the year. That would be the toy of a generation for me.
But they have to come out with them all carded. I mean, they wouldn't make those figures like Comic-Con exclusive. I mean, that's sort of
If terrible. They did, it would be terrible because the Luke Stormtrooper looks amazing and it's brand new sculpt, or the head is at least.
Is there a Han to go with it?
They haven't shown it, but they're gonna.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the Han is the Walmart exclusive, which I also want, or it's like the Hasbro Pulse exclusive. I'm super excited about this. Like I can't get any more excited about this. This trailer I thought was I spent like 3 hours, no exaggeration, looking at these pictures, blowing them up, trying to like visualize it and like see it all. I went nuts like over an action figure. Like it reinvigorated my love for Luke Jedi Knight, which is ridiculous because I never...
Yeah, you never really swayed from that anyway.
It has potential to be everything I wanted for and more. And the other figures look great, too. Like, the Luke X-Wing is a completely new sculpt, so they're going to card those, right? Yeah.
I would imagine. I mean, I don't know.
The head
I would
sculpt
imagine.
Like, I like this Luke, but this is final dual... Luke,
yeah.
It's not Luke Jedi to me. Like, it is, but it isn't.
And the figure looks a little bit, not in a bad way, but more thicker. To me,
the new one?
Yeah, it looks. It reminds me more of that.
Yeah, man. Know? It looks great. And the head sculpt, it has... They're doing that, like, face scan shit or whatever. It looks amazing. Again, anyone who's going to the Comic-Con or any of these cons, like, I am going to get sick. Like, I need to have them first.
What do you think the price will be on it?
I think it's going to be a $48 set.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's not bad. Maybe 50.
Yeah.
But I'm seriously, like, I have to have... Immediately, I have to have at least 3 immediately.
Yeah.
And then when they announce that they're gonna do carded ones, I'm gonna probably back off a little bit. But I need to have it first, and it's not because like first like oh I need to have it before you. I just need to have it early. Like I need to have it.
You need to have it when it's out.
That's right.
I get it. Yeah,
that's
man.
right. I'm sick. I'm sick for that Luke Jedi Knight. I'm sick. Hasbro, you touched a nerve. You might have did it. You might have like I almost feel like I could stop collecting toys after this figure.
But what if they came out with another one?
Better?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they can't. Like, I'm hoping that this figure's so good that it just can't be done. I mean, the original Luke Jedi Knight is...
Is there a chance of it coming out first carded? Or will that be the first time...
No. I think that they're going to come out with this as this 3-pack, and then they're going to come out with a carded
version. Is that how they
version.
usually do it? The toy is... Or it's Comic-Con just exclusive packaging?
I think it depends. I think it depends on what like... I don't know, like they're doing. This is obviously like the exclusivity of it is the box, the like special.
Yeah, exactly, and you get 3 of them.
Absolutely. Like I still have to have one box.
Yeah.
But like ultimately, like if they neglect to release this on this beautiful vintage style card, it would be a travesty, in my opinion. You know.
I don't think there's a chance of that.
I don't either.
No.
I don't either.
No way.
I don't either. But others like no, you're good. So that strangely trumped the trailer, that was the teaser, which was amazing.
I wish I could get a toy that would trump it.
Yeah, I mean, that truly is like the end all be all for me. I mean, the 3 3/4 inch cloak, brown, they got the color right.
And now you have the sail barge to put it on.
The sail barge, that's another one. I have to have an extra loose one for the sail barge.
Well, and probably a few, because you can reenact so many scenes on that sail barge. You could even do it simultaneously. So it looks like he's moving.
That figure, yes, that's right. That figure single-handedly makes me want to collect the vintage collection figures. Everything. Like, it's made me go OCD to the max.
That Luke makes me want... The Stormtrooper makes me want a Death Star playset.
That would be awesome.
I wonder.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's like, if that... I'm sure that doesn't play into it, because that's just a popular outfit.
You never know. Yeah,
if you had a good Death Star...
A trash compactor.
A trash compactor.
Yeah, that would be cool.
And the whole, like, hallway thing outside of it...
I always visualized the trash compactor as being orange because of the old toy, but it wasn't orange, right?
It had orange. It was orange lit.
Oh, was it? Okay,
it wasn't it was. I don't know. It was brownish something, but it had orange lighting in it.
Yeah,
like there was a tinge of it. Tint of orange.
What did you think of the con exclusive vintage style 6-inch Star Wars black Boba Fett paint scheme?
I didn't know that was 6-inch, but I like it a lot.
I like
that a lot. Like I love that Boba Fett.
I like it too because that toy is iconic in itself, but those colors are very important. Yeah, I think it looks good.
Yeah, and to see it with the modern sculpt painted like that, I mean, I think a lot of people probably misremember him actually looking like that. Yeah. They think that's how he looks, you know?
Definitely. They're also doing an Emperor Palpatine, which look cool. I'll be honest with you, I'm not really into the 6-inch scale. I think they're great, but like I get excited. Like they're coming out with that again, that hologram Luke from Last Jedi, which looks great, and I really want it.
Is that 6-inch or
3 3/4 inch? Yeah, I don't know why I don't care about the 6-inch. Like I love 3 3/4 inch
because it's sort of like 3 3/4 inch is what It's the blood. It's what Star Wars is. That is what everybody remembers. That is what everybody played with. Not to say the 6-inch isn't cool, but you're doing it for two different reasons. The 6-inch stuff is like modern collector, which I know we are that. But if you are nostalgic for Star Wars, it's all about 3 3/4 inch vehicles.
Yep.
Just like you can't take a 6-inch and imagine a vehicle for it, or like it's not even about that. It's just like you can't be nostalgic with a 6-inch figure. It's different.
It's different,
and it's just as good. It is as good, but it's like.
I just like to, you're right. Holding this scale in the hand, opening it does it for me. I mean, obviously there was 3 3/4 inch action figures before Star Wars, but they were essentially like they chose that scale.
It made
it wasn't a popular scale. They made it because of the vehicles, and
it worked.
Between that and G.I. Joe, it's like the same thing. Like, yeah, would I welcome a 6-inch like G.I. Joe? Yes, I would. And would it be cool? Yes, but ultimately my heart is with 3 3/4 inch. But that Luke, man, it got me. Like I seriously, I said this, like I think I would crush one up and snort it. That's how high this thing made me.
You got moist for it. Huh?
I really did.
Yeah, that's sweet, dude.
When an action figure, like I know that I'm in a world of my own when it comes to my passion and love for action figures. But when an action figure can hit your nerve so deep like that, that's exciting. And like it made me anxious too. It made me so anxious that I couldn't put my hands on it. Like, at that moment. It was, I don't know, man. It was intense.
When is Comic-Con? June?
No, I think it's August. It's either late July or August. Man, I'm still thinking about it. Like, I want to look pictures right now. Like,
you're probably going to be thinking about it for a while.
Dude, it's going to be, it's consumed me. That and the teaser trailer has consumed me. And we also, like, we've gotten, like, other, like, we haven't even seen the Mandalorian stuff for the. Is that going to be exciting?
Are we going to get a trailer for it?
I think so.
I mean, I think it sounds cool. I don't really give a shit about it, but
once
I see it, I will. It's like I will watch it. I'll think it's sweet, but I don't give a shit right now.
Right. You have nothing. All you've seen is a picture of this Boba
I mean,
Fett
I love Star Trek, but I'm not losing sleep over every episode. That's how I'm with the Mandalorian. I mean, it's like it's gonna be on TV. I can watch it.
It's gonna have cool costumes and
I know it'll be good. I trust it, but it's sort of like
there's nothing to be excited about.
It's a new story, so it's like nothing's hanging. Like there's no cliffhanger about it.
Yeah, your natural response is, "Oh, I'll give it a shot."
Yep.
And
I know I'll like it. I'm not gonna watch it critically. I'm not gonna be hard on. I know I'll like it.
There's nothing to really be hard on because.
But episode 9, I got skin in that.
Yeah. And everybody does.
Yeah.
I think some people were critical about the trailer. I want to mention this.
A lot of people are critical.
Well, the question
being dicks.
Are they being dicks because they hated? Look, I get it. You didn't like Last Jedi, and you want to like swear away the whole trilogy or whatever Star Wars, but like, don't let one misstep destroy everything.
Well,
it's not fair.
You got to be fair about it
and objective.
I hated 8. Right. I didn't like Solo, but I saw the 9 trailer. And I'm like, you know what? Okay, I'm in. You know what? But I think a lot of people, it's like there was no making them happy. They're like, they're digging in the well, playing on the nostalgia button. I'm like, that's what we want, right?
It's their brand is to be negative.
Yeah, their brand is to be negative
being authentic.
And hate it.
Yeah, like I saw one guy. I don't generally watch fan reactions because. I don't know. I mean, I don't have there are certain people that I'm interested in, but one popped up right after the panel, and it just like automatically did. And the guy was like, "Oh, I didn't like it. I didn't get it. Luke Skywalker's laugh at the end. He sounded like the Joker." And I'm like, "All right. First of all, let's rewind. That wasn't
you
Luke's
didn't
laugh.
hear it right. You watched it in a loud room. You didn't give it a fair chance. Like unless you watch it alone in dead silence, and you're like this, you can't watch it on your TV on your phone and make a critique of it.
Well, you can't. Like, he made an inaccurate critique. Like he watched it thinking like that would make it a whole different movie if it was Luke's cackle at the end. You know, it was Emperor. Yeah, it was Emperor Palpatine's cackle.
Talk about that Death Star.
Right.
While we're at it.
Yeah. Let's talk about that because I think.
You think it's Death Star 2?
I think it's either Death Star 1 or 2. I mean, I think it's 2.
Okay.
And my thought was because.
So you think that's Endor that they're on?
I don't think it's Endor, but
how could it be Death Star 2 and not on Endor?
Because the moon, the Death Star was huge. It dispersed throughout the galaxy.
Okay, so it crashed onto a nearby planet.
Do you really assume that it just crashed on Endor?
I don't think it's one of the Death Stars we've seen.
We just saw. By the way,
I think it's a prototype.
You think there's a third Death Star? And I don't mean to like sigh in like
maybe I think it might. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I know as nutty as that sounds.
Yeah.
We saw 2 Death Stars explode, not break into pieces like Unicron.
Right.
They exploded into nothingness.
Right, but that was just a chunk like of the Death Star.
Yeah, that was a chunk of the Death Star.
It just happened to be a really convenient, nice looking chunk of like the black.
That's why I think it's a different Death Star. I think it might have been one that didn't work. A prototype, a base, something like that.
What would that? And I'm not saying you're wrong, and I don't mean to like response and disgust because I'm not. I'm just like intense. But like, what would that serve? Like to have another.
It would be a hidden base where they have documents, where they have something, where they have like a holocron. I mean, who knows?
Okay, all right.
It would be maybe a testing facility or something. I don't know.
I think it was just an
opportunity. That planet didn't look familiar to me.
But that would be okay because if something blew up in like millions of pieces throughout I mean, a Death Star, a planet essentially blowing up, it wouldn't just like fall to Endor, right? It would just boom and it would go throughout the galaxy.
But there was a huge piece of a Death Star right there.
Yeah,
that wasn't like.
But it would go flying through the universe. I'd have to watch that scene.
I think it might have been a Death Star that crashed.
Okay.
Or something. I don't know. I mean, if it's a Death Star, I'm good with it.
Right.
But if you see the Death Star explosions, there wasn't that much left of them. Like
that's true based on what we know. Yeah.
I mean, they would have to retcon the way they exploded.
But like if you did like a close up slow mo of the explosion, that chunk would have looked really small.
They better add that shit back in. They better go back to the original trilogy.
Disney special editions.
And I want to see like a 3/4 chunk of the Death Star.
You want a shot? You want a long shot of that piece going to the planet?
Yes, I do very much.
All right. I mean, again, it's all speculative. I think it's probably like just a beautiful looking background shot that really doesn't mean a whole lot in the grand scheme of things. Or maybe that's where could they have found the lightsaber there?
You could find the lightsaber there. I mean, they could even explain why it took them so long to build the first one. Like maybe the first time they tried it, it didn't work.
Wasn't that sort of a Rogue One? I mean, it shows how vulnerable it is.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
I mean, Rogue One shows the vulnerability of it. Yeah, I mean, I am super like what
I'm intrigued.
Yeah,
man.
a trailer
That's all
does
I can
this.
Really think
so
about.
What else? Again, we're not doing this tomorrow Sunday because Game of Thrones, which I want to throw out there. Hold on.
What time is Game of Thrones on?
Hold on. Game of Thrones is on at 9:00.
So what does that have to do with us?
Because I usually edit our episodes like around 7 or 8, and I wouldn't finish till 9, and like everyone's gonna watch. I mean, it doesn't matter because they're all available at any time. Like there are people who don't watch it for days later, but it's just like for me, like I need to prepare myself for Game of Thrones.
Do they release it all at the same time?
No.
Okay, so it's weekly. Okay.
Yeah, but my wife and I have to play a little catch up because there's so many layers to Game of Thrones. I am excited about Game of Thrones, and I was so excited that I actually went out and bought the McFarlane toys.
Sweet, but for me to watch it,
No, that's fine.
So for me to get into it, I have to start all over at season 1.
Yeah, I think you could. I think you could not. Like you did watch the first 5 seasons, right?
4 or 5, and I enjoyed it. But I think when season 5 came out, I forgot what happened. I knew I had to go back and rewatch everything. Westworld was in the mix. Couldn't hack it, man.
Yeah, no, I get it.
There's too much going on, and like...
I definitely have to play catch-up.
Yep.
And I have to remember stuff, and I'm super excited. I got the McFarlane toys, Jon Snow. I think Jon Snow's my man, Kit Harington.
Why not? Yeah.
I generally don't... I think McFarlane toys, I want to give them props, like they were Nerd Hummels, as they were called. This is a pretty good action figure. It has pretty good articulation. It's pretty durable. I did have one thing break. Which is yeah, and you tell me if it's a big deal. So, okay, I'm gonna show you. You see that like joint peg in the knee?
Yeah.
The other side snapped off. But it doesn't like it's still fine. Like,
that would bother me for about a few weeks, and then I'd forget about it.
You forget about it.
I'd forget about it. But yes, that would bother me on a new toy.
It would bother me if it was the Luke Jedi Knight. But because it's just like I was at Target, I was thinking of Game of Thrones, I was curious about these. I think it was a curiosity. Like I think McFarlane Toys are getting the DC license. I want to see what is up what direction they're moving in. I do think, other than that, this is going into a good direction. It's more articulated than I thought. The head sculpt is good. Like, do you remember the Funko Legacy figures?
Yes.
Dude, what do you think about that?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that looks like
that's better, but those are both pretty good.
Yeah, they're not bad. The
Funko.
Yeah,
that's pretty good, man.
They failed miserably because. One, I don't know if Game of Thrones really translates into action figures.
I mean, it does for you and like older, but no kid's gonna want that.
No kid's gonna want that, and like,
how do you play that? Is he like? I mean, Game of Thrones. I mean, when you watch it, that's not exactly the action figures that you really want to live out their adventures.
I absolutely want to.
Well, I know, but you wouldn't want your kid to.
No, definitely
a kid
not.
Wouldn't.
Right.
But I guess it's not even made.
It's for collectors. Yeah. But the thing is, I think the McFarlane line is a little too late because. If they're ending the season, the show, it's kind of like, remember the Lord of the Rings trilogy? Like, those figures were pretty...
McFarlane Batman. Of his own artwork. That's sweet.
You think it's going to be his artwork?
Maybe. I'm sure we'll get one. I forget which issue it is, but Batman
the Jim Lee?
Huge cape. The McFarlane drawn Batman was
I don't remember the McFarlane Batman. McFarlane. Sorry, I have to correct that. I got so much shit for mispronouncing McFarlane. I said McFarlane, and I got so much shit on an episode from people. Like, they were so... Like, there was, like, true... Like, it wasn't like just being funny, like, making fun of me. Like, people were angry. They're like...
Why?
I don't know, because I mispronounced his name. It's McFarlane. I'm sorry, McFarlane. I think it's a Midwest thing, maybe, but I call him McFarlane.
There's some things I mispronounce, and I know I do it because I can't make myself say it properly.
Right.
I can't think of what it is, but I do it all the time.
I got so much shit. I
It's up a rope, guys. You know what we're talking about.
I don't get sensitive about anybody's response, but that was like, I was like, Jesus Christ, I just mispronounced McFarlane.
When Mr. McFarlane or McFarlane
makes
comments and tells you to, then I would worry about it. Until then, I wouldn't.
Yeah, but even then, I think he wouldn't give a shit. You know,
I don't think he would either.
No. So McFarlane Toys.
Wouldn't it be sweet if he came on the show with us?
I would love it. He's an interesting character too.
He's awesome. I forget what I watched, like, this whole special on Image Comics.
Yes, that was great.
It was awesome, and it was, like, just every word that comes out of that man's mouth, he's a genius. I think he's a bit pompous, but I sort of like he's pompous in the way that the Oasis Gallagher brothers are pompous. Like, I kind of like it. Like, it's but they're not like
I like
they're
that.
Decent musicians. He's one of the best comic book artists that's ever lived.
And
he's still at it. He's like, he's talking about Spawn, how he still illustrates. Like, I'm still on the artists we have.
You're right.
And I'm like, you're right. You're one of the. And just watching him draw.
Yeah, I love his.
I would have paid money to watch him draw.
You know he does like weekly videos of his drawings.
I need to watch. You should watch it more.
It's so fun. Like they come up on my Facebook feed and I watch them. Like, just the way he's amazing.
Did you watch his Apple commercial?
No,
it's not an Apple commercial, but he's talking about the digital technology.
No,
and he's talking about his drawing on it's a digital thing, and like so he can draw and he can color it with a tab. And it's like,
wow.
And people are saying, oh, well, that's a cheat. And he's like, well, anytime you want to take this and do what I'm doing, be my guest. You can tell me if it's a cheat.
That's awesome.
He just absolutely pounded this argument against it. And it's like, man. And I've never been the hugest fan of, I like his art.
Yeah.
I like his art. I think, but now that I've seen him speak, I'm way bigger of a fan. I think he is. Oh, he's just one of my favorite people in general.
Yeah, since we're touching on old school '90s comic books, what the Rob Liefeld Major X book is like, I don't know if you guys know about it, but
it's bullshit.
Okay, so we've been slowly getting back into comic books.
Yes.
You are. We'll get to that. You've been a little bit more hardcore, but I like going to the comic book shop and picking up. I love the new Conan series. Yep. You're probably going to hear more comic book talk on our show.
Yep. But hobby swapping.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
No, it's fair. It's fair. It just adds another new layer and element.
Yep.
But so Rob Liefeld has come out with a comic in the last week or two, Major X, and it's like the '90s all over again.
Yeah.
Like,
Cable's son. He's Cable's son.
Right.
And it's like.
It's popular though. People are going crazy. I couldn't get a copy.
Flipping out over it. And there's this huge argument of what his first appearance is. Is it Deadpool 10 or Spider-Man Deadpool 43?
What's your opinion on it?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't have an opinion.
I'm not there yet.
I'm gonna let the other guys figure it out. And like, I don't know. I think it's going to be a $2 book.
It's going to be a $2 book.
I just think everybody's nuts about it right now, and I think that's great, man.
I think it's great too. Like that's what I'm saying.
Love
like
to see it.
It's nice that there seems to be. Is there excitement in it, or is it that we are more involved in it, so we are aware of the excitement?
I think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah, I mean, we're never going to get to the days of million print runs again, right?
No,
I mean,
but that's why it's sort of cool, is because now comics that come out now, the promise that the 90s made of collector's value, it exists now. To buy new books,
it is manipulated, though.
Yeah.
I mean, there are, like, I think Detective Comics had, like, 1,000 covers, which is an exaggeration.
But yeah, it still doesn't change the fact that the print runs are lower. The paper is less quality.
It's less quality?
Yeah.
Because in the 90s it was, like, hardcore,
Yeah, like, you could...
It was
survive
too much, right?
Yeah, I didn't like it. I don't like a stiff cover book.
But you also didn't like newspaper print, though, did you?
I liked, like, just straight up old school comic. I guess, yes.
That's
sort of like the newspaper.
Okay.
A little bit.
I like a high quality. Like I do
high
like
quality.
Yeah, I've been getting so Brian has been getting into comic books, as we discussed with Ghost Rider 1, and you even bought more. But you did it. You nutted up and you got the Werewolf by Night 32, the first appearance of Moon Knight. I have not seen this yet. And graded books is a very interesting. It's something that we're very interested in.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Oh man! So this is. Can I take it out of this bag?
Yeah.
So this grades at a 4.
Yep. And I get it, but it's like, would you think that was?
I'm gonna stare at this. Oh, what a beautiful.
I mean,
cover.
I think it's sort of fair, but I always thought of a 4 as a 4 as a low grade book, and it's not. That's considered mid grade. I always thought mid grade would be like 5.5 or something, but like I don't know.
I would say, based on this, if I had this, I would be very satisfied with this.
That's how I feel too. It's like, especially if I would have bought it without being graded, I would have been very like
you would notice some spine issues.
Yeah. But like, it's all right.
It's all right. Yeah.
Decent. It's better than a beater. Like, I wouldn't read that copy. I'd be nervous to read it. I'd say it's too nice to read.
My thought is,
but I wish I would have spent some more money on
I was just gonna say,
bit of a glossier one.
I was just gonna say, based on what I'm seeing here, I would say a 5.5 would be where I would be at. Like, that would be like...
That's what you would want for yourself?
Yes,
yeah, I think so too.
I like this. I'm happy with this 4. But I would say, just looking at it, I'm like, oh, if you could fix just a few things and bring it to a 5, 5.5.
Little gloss.
Where you don't see the gloss? I don't have an issue with the gloss. I think mine would be that there's some spine issues that my eyes go to. But
so I know what you're talking about. Because it was probably rolled. The spine was probably rolled.
Yeah, I see that.
That's probably a roll.
But this is a serious. To me, this is a very iconic book because I do love Moon Knight. Like, I not characters.
Bad read, good art.
Right.
Bad read, good art.
Bill Sienkiewicz, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, his artwork on Moon Knight covers were just like, as a 12-year-old boy, like, it took me to a new world.
Awesome.
I loved it.
Never understood it. Tried reading the books and they were.
My
favorite read,
right.
Man.
Can we talk about grading a little bit? And this is something that could get out of control, so we'll try to reel it in. So I have a lot of questions about grading comic books. We're talking about comic books, not action figures. That's a whole nother topic. Is grading comic books, is it a racket?
I think it can be. Like, I think, like, not for a book like this.
No.
But when you're talking the difference between a 9.6 and a 9.8, I think some politics can play into it. I think they know who's sending the books in. I would have said 100% a couple weeks ago, but then I've been just watching comic book videos always.
I'm becoming very fascinated with comic books and comic book grading. Yeah. First and foremost, the one biggest detraction is that I can't touch the book. Yeah. But it's essentially like, it's I like to touch a book.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
If I decide to sell this and get a better one, I'll keep it slabbed and sell it as is. If I get a better one, I will unslab it. And because I think it's smart to buy CGC so you know you're getting a legit book.
Right, you know what you're getting.
Like, and I have nothing against CGC, but
I don't either.
I'm gonna unslab it so I can touch it.
You say that, but you're really gonna do that?
I need to decide if I'm keeping this or not. I don't know. Like
you were telling me that you think that if you unslabbed this and you resubmitted it, that it would come back at a different grade. Do you really believe that?
This one, I'm not sure, but I think it might sell for more out of it because I think it's like a lot of times they're so stingent on their grading, and that's a good thing. That a book will present at a higher grade than it really is, and when you're selling it on eBay, like a lot of people pay a ton of money for the chance that they'll get I'll get a 7 out of it, and that's shitty. That's no reason to buy a book.
Yeah. With the chance or the anticipation or the expectation that there's a chance that they could get a high grade on.
This looked better in pictures, than I'm happy with it, but it looked like, well, how was that a 4?
I'm happy with this. Like I think a 5. Like if I was a collector, like I'm not gonna lie.
For me, 6 is a sweet spot.
6 is a sweet spot
because to me,
for a vintage book, to
me, 6 looks like a 9. Like it really like.
Right, because you're thinking of when you go to comic book shows and you flip through a comic bin, and if you pulled this out, you'd be like, holy shit, this Werewolf by Night is nice. Like, it's an old book.
Like, most people's, say, very fine near mint is a CGC 7.
Really? Okay,
I think so.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I mean, at first glance, you can look at it and be like, oh, they're going to knock that up. But, I mean, you have to, this has,
the back cover has some issues.
Yeah, this has some, a lot.
Look. Again, to own the first appearance of Moon Knight is pretty remarkable in my opinion. It's got me a little bit but I'm kind of considering buying a Conan 1.
I think you should while you can.
But let's all agree on something. I am perhaps one of the most obsessive compulsive people in the world.
Maybe you
that's extensive. I don't collect pizza boxes. Yeah. But when it comes to toys, action figures, comic books, records, when I get into something, I don't go half-ass. I'm all in.
So does that mean you would be a nut about grade?
No, I would be a nut about collecting.
So you'd have to have every one?
I would have to have, not every one,
but Conan's a good character to do that with because it's reasonable.
I wouldn't have to have every Conan book, but what I would do is I would buy a Conan 1, and next thing you know, 2 months later, I've got a whole collection of comic books. I went through and bagged and boarded all my old comic books, and we're talking about bad books, nothing to get excited about. I would love to have a long box of this. Looks beautiful, man. I'm kind of into it.
I think you should.
But I have enough compulsions, and I have enough collecting. I would have to somehow trade one for the other. I mean,
what would you trade? I mean, what you'd have to. I mean, you couldn't do toys in general, but
no, I love toys. But toys is my passion.
You'd have to. Would you give up
I wouldn't
type of toy or something like that?
Yes, I'm already starting to do
Transformers?
I go in waves. I got to be honest with you. Right now, I'm not in a wave of Transformers.
Me neither.
But it comes back to me. I'll go back into it. But right now, I'm not excited about Transformers. I'm kind of I'll be honest with you, this Luke Jedi Knight got me about Star Wars. I'm kind of thinking about collecting some of the vintage collection. I mean...
And a movie can do that
yes.
for you. A new movie that's exciting, that's especially that you didn't expect to be so worked up about.
I know.
8 had me, I don't know, man, I might be out of it. But this trailer pulled me right back
in. That's right. So, I'm excited about that. I'm not so excited about Transformers. They showed pictures of the Lancer or the Mospeada Yellow. Yeah.
I want it,
but I'm not super
excited. I
know, but I have to pre-order it. So, here's a question for you.
Same toy we've done twice.
Where do I pre-order it from? And here's my question. Big Bad Toy Store has it for $1.99.
Yeah.
Or I can go to Hobby Link Japan or Ami and get it for $1.78. But the thing is, with shipping costs, it's going to end up being $1.99. And I almost rather just get it directly from the U.S. source.
How much different is shipping and tax?
I think I'm going to end up paying more for an import. But I think Big Bad Toy Store gets them later. And
way later.
Way later?
Usually,
what do you think is way later?
A couple weeks. At least a week. I'll just be conservative. A week at least.
I feel like I can wait for that because I've already played with it, essentially. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
it's hard to say. Because when it does get released, you and I are both going to be like, holy shit, we got to have this.
And I like HLJ a lot.
I do too.
I like buying from them. I think they're a great company.
I do too.
They get it out quick. I've had issues with BBTS that I've ordered some and it didn't leave for 3 days. Like, oh, it's in the warehouse.
Yeah.
And that really pissed me off.
They're a pretty reputable company.
No, they're reputable.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah. It's just they're not in a rush. HLJ, they get it out the next business.
Yeah,
every time I've ordered.
But with that said, like, they get it directly from the source.
Yes, they do.
And they don't have to go through importing it to an American company, then send it to you. But I do see what you're saying. I just don't know how bad, like, I need to pay $200, which I'm going to do, to get it 2 weeks before Big Bad Toy Store.
Do you think Rick will come out like a month after?
No. I think they haven't even released pictures. I think that's good. I had a hard time with the Scott Bernard and the Rand coming out so close to each other. I mean, that was a lot of money.
Yeah, that was a lot of money.
Like, to have toys back to back. But I am going to get it. I haven't pre-ordered it yet. Ami also has it. If you guys know anywhere that has it, like, at such a substantially lower price, that it's worth me pre-ordering it, let me know. I know Amazon Japan, but that's kind of a pain in the ass, but it really isn't, actually. I just don't know. And that's, other than that, like, also, I got, like, I almost completed my M.U.S.C.L.E collection, and I got really excited about that.
How many off are you?
I think I'm nine left.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How many total? Hundreds, right?
276, somewhere around there.
Are there, like, key issue or like unicorns?
There is a unicorn.
Do you have it?
I do not. The unicorn is the very
man.
last figure. His name is Satan's Cross, and I actually, when I started collecting my M.U.S.C.L E figures again, I was like, I'm never gonna pay a lot of money for this. Like, if I stumble across it, great.
What is a lot of money?
$100.
Oh, God.
But now I'm so close. Like, I literally, my buddy Tommy made out like this printout of all the characters and their numbers, and I literally laid them all out on the ground. It was a lot of fun with my wife and kid, and we matched them all up to make sure that I had all the numbers. And after doing that, and I saw exactly which ones I need, which I think is like 8 or 9, and I'll put my checklist up if anyone wants to, help me out. Most of the ones I need are common, because all of them are common except for Satan's Cross. So I'm thinking about it. I looked up on eBay. I kind of want to get the Satan's Cross now. What do I do? Because
you get it.
I get it, right?
You have to get it. Yeah, if it's the last one you need, yes.
It's it. That's it. Like, it's the only one that's going to cost me serious money to get.
$100.
Yeah, that's my... But when you think about it, like, once that $100 is gone, it's gone.
What are the common ones worth?
Let's say $1 to $3 a piece.
Why not?
Right.
I mean, if there's one expensive figure and the set,
and then
you
I'm
have
done.
to get it.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
that's not that much, really. When you, I mean, it is for that, but
I mean,
$100 toy is nothing.
No, it's not that big of a deal. And I'm not going to collect all the different colors of them. I'm just going to do the pink ones. That's all I want, is a set of the pink ones. And even though, like, I know that once you complete a set, sometimes the OCD in a person can go on to, like, the next thing. Kind of like Star Wars vintage figure variations. Like, once you complete that set, you're like, where do I go from here? Variations. But I'm not going to do that.
What bothers me about books today is all the variant covers.
Yeah, that's a bit much.
I don't like the variants. I think that's, like, trying to build in collectability into something that just time should let it be collectible.
Well, would you ever buy a modern book for collectibility?
If I could get it at cover price, yes, but I wouldn't pay like $20 for a book that... Shit, I'd have problems paying big money for Deadpool's first appearance because I'm old and it feels like...
Yes,
not like there's anything wrong about Deadpool, but he still feels like a new character.
Right, which is crazy because that book's like 25 years old now.
Yeah, we're the oldest shit. I remember that book being $15.
Yeah, well, I gave you shit. No, I don't want to give you... I don't want to say I gave you shit.
About the Guardians of the Galaxy? Yes. Yeah, that was a giveaway.
So you bought you've been getting into books lately, and you sent a picture of a couple books you got, and you sent a picture of Guardians of the Galaxy #1, which was like 1979? What?
No, it's 1968.
Oh, really?
No, and that's not Guardians of the Galaxy #1. It was Marvel Superheroes 18. That's their first appearance.
Well, the problem was I remember as a kid collector, like, that was a common book. Like, you could find that in a dollar bin. Like, no one cared about it. So when you got that...
Right next to Marvel Superheroes 12, which is the first Captain Marvel.
Really? Yeah,
that thing was a total gimme, too.
Right. Yep. Or, like, Spider-Woman 1. Or, like,
which is huge
Rocket Raccoon 1. Like, all those books, like, no one gave a shit about it. They were all dollar bin books. And now that they're relevant, like... and
She-Hulk's going up.
She-Hulk is going up.
And it's like, dude, it's like... Nothing wrong with that story, but
no,
there are trillions of them stacked this high. It's just
It's right. It's hard to accept when something at a period of time was undesirable and common becomes desirable and uncommon, because you will always associate that with with commonality or whatever.
Gimme. It's gimme, man.
So when you sent pictures of it, like, I think I kind of gave a dick response, and I didn't mean to. Like, I think it's cool, but like, to me it was just like, I could find that in a dollar bin, but I couldn't.
Yeah, it was something you would put in your box just to hold good comments.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, but that's crazy. I mean, that's just like,
it's a different market. It's just like, we've been in it for so long that a 20-year-old book feels like yesterday.
Yeah.
It's like a 20-year-old toy.
I just remember, like, it's great. It's nuts.
It's like a 90s Toy Biz X-Men figure. Seems like that was like yesterday.
Yeah, a 90s book is like what a Bronze Age book was to us 20 years ago now, and it's like, I just can't do it. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but my mind cannot wrap around the 90s books.
No.
They're classics.
So is there a book from the 80s or 90s that you would hold, like, that you would really like aspire to get? Like Gambit's first appearance. Like,
I would take that. I mean, I would want the New Mutants '98. I mean, Deadpool's first appearance.
Yeah,
I mean,
legit.
that's probably the biggest Copper Age book there. I think. What else is there? The Harley Quinn.
The Harley Quinn's first appearance. There's a bunch of books, but like, I as an X fan. Yeah. There's like some X-Men characters, like Archangel's first appearance would be cool.
Is that X Factor or something?
I think so.
I know what the cover is. It's X Factor 7, or that's a cool cover.
Ultimately, if I were to go balls in to start, I think I would go Conan 1, because I think it's reasonable still price.
Yep.
I want a Hulk 181, but I can't touch that.
That's a tough one, man.
Yeah,
but it's the last time you'll ever even be able to look at it and think about it, because once Wolverine enters the MCU,
it's over.
He's gonna fight Hulk.
Yeah,
like they're gonna show that, and then that book will be officially out of touch.
Oh, what is Longshot's first appearance? I was like Longshot.
I forgot.
See, I think that Werewolf by Night is one of those books that I would want. But now I can live through you though. You have it.
Yeah, man, live through me.
I was like Longshot though. That's probably like a $20 book, right?
I'm sure.
Unless he shares a first appearance with like Mojo, which would be possible.
Let's look it up. First appearance. First AP.
First appearance, Longshot. It's probably gonna be like the first appearance of like all that, like what was it, like the Netherworld or whatever? It was like Spiral, Longshot, Mojo.
Yeah. There's no way. That's it.
What is it?
I think it's Longshot #1.
No, really?
I'm looking. First appearance. Yeah, Longshot. First appearance. Longshot #1. Wow. 1985. That sucks.
That does suck.
That sucks.
I was kind of hoping it'd be like X-Men 2.
Yeah,
like
something
18 or 29 or something.
Because like first appearances in books that aren't the person's book are always cooler.
Best.
Yeah, it's like that's what bums me out about Nova. His first appearance is his first book.
That was also a $1 book.
Yeah, and that's a sweet. You can't.
Yeah,
that's like a $150 book now.
They can't touch that.
I had like 4 of them.
Dude, you're in it to win it, man. That's great. That's exciting. All right, well, we'll wrap this up. The Star Wars trailer. Tell us what you think. I think it was a teaser. It was truly a
Watch
teaser.
it 100 times.
Watch it 100. I want more.
Yeah.
Luke Jedi Knight. I'm so excited. I don't think that I can fully like explode my excitement.
It's gonna be a long summer for you.
Yeah, it is. And anyone going to San Diego Comic-Con, look, I'm not looking for a freebie. I just want you to help me acquire that, and I know that they'll probably be available for me.
But get them on anyway.
But please, I'm so anxious.
Everybody,
like I just want to make sure that I have one in my hand, like as soon as possible, because I don't think I'm going to San Diego Comic-Con. We did get tickets for TFCon this year in. We're going with Leon in Maryland. I'm excited about that.
Realm of Collectors, please make that purple drink.
That purple
I got wasted
drink.
on.
Oh yeah,
whatever that was.
That'll be fun. That's gonna be a good time.
That erased my mind.
Yes, it did. So until next time,
nerd out.
Yeah, I'm doing this.